The second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals is finally here, so it's only right that I make my predictions on it. And trust me, there's gonna be upsets in this prediction video because I am bold. Let's start this off with the clash between Italian giants, Napoli versus AC Milan. Now recently, Napoli have been struggling. Yes, I know, they're still first place in the Serie A by a hefty margin, but most recently, they got destroyed by their opponents AC Milan 4-0 in the league. Then they lost to AC Milan again in the Champions League 1-0 at the San Siro, thanks to a great goal by and then most recently they tied a Hellas Verona 0-0, a team they should comfortably be beating. As we can see, Napoli are in poor form as of recent, and now they gotta play AC Milan again this Tuesday. This time though, Napoli will have their star man back with them, Victor Osimhen, because he was out injured for the first game, so maybe this time in the second leg it'll be different. But I don't know, man, AC Milan kinda own Napoli right now. Like I've said, they destroyed Napoli at their home stadium 4-0 a couple weeks ago, and now they already beat them in the first leg 1-0. Plus, AC Milan's goalkeeper, Mike Magnan, was on fire the entire game, and the Napoli forwards just couldn't get the ball past him. So although a comeback is possible since AC Milan are only up by 1 goal, I'm not too sure Napoli will be able to pull this off. That's why I'm going to stick with my original prediction and say that the game between Napoli and AC Milan will end in a 1-1 draw, which means that AC Milan will go to the semifinals 2-1 on aggregate. Wow, we're already starting off with an upset this early in the video. I told you I'm bold. Next up, we got another amazing match, Chelsea versus Real Madrid. Now the first leg was light work for Real Madrid. They ate Chelsea up for breakfast and beat them 2-0 with a good goal by Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema and also a good goal coming off the bench from Asensio. In all honesty, I think Real Madrid could have easily got 3 or 4 goals in that game because they were dominating Chelsea completely. Additionally, the league is pretty much out of Real Madrid's hands and Barcelona have definitely won it already. Therefore, Real Madrid can completely focus on winning the Champions League, which is why they're performing so well in the competition right now. Now talking about Chelsea, the only way they get Champions League football next season is by winning it this season. And let me tell you, Chelsea ain't winning anything. Not only are they 11th place in the Premier League, but they just recently lost to Brighton at Stamford Bridge 2-1, and they conceded an amazing goal by Enciso to lose the game at home. What a rocket, by the way. Anyways, how do Chelsea sign superstars like Mudryk, Enzo Fernandez, Sterling, João Felix, etc., and still end up being absolutely doo-doo? Now, I'll be honest, Chelsea do have somewhat of a chance since the scoreline is only 2-0, but let's be real, Chelsea fans, it's not happening. Sorry. Real Madrid are just too good. Trust me, I'm a Liverpool fan. I know. Therefore, for my second leg prediction, I'm just going to say that Real Madrid will win 2-1 away from home with goals from Karim Benzema and Vinicius Jr., which means that Real Madrid will go to the semifinals with a win of 4-1 on aggregate. Moving on to the next game, we got Inter Milan versus Benfica, and not gonna lie, that first leg surprised me. But before we talk about that, please remember to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it and it means a lot, so thank you. Anyways, I fully expected Benfica to run through Inter Milan. I mean, after all, they're first place in the Portuguese league and they were by a good amount of points before recently. However, during that Champions League game, Benfica fell apart unexpectedly. Due to conceding goals to Nicolo Barella and a penalty goal by Romelu Lukaku, they lost the home game 2-0, which means they need to be Inter by 3 goals to go through to the Champions League semifinals. And obviously, this would be extremely difficult for them to do. And maybe I would have said this was possible for Benfica, until I realized that they lost to Chavez 1-0 this weekend. Respectfully, I didn't even know the club Chavez existed until just now. So how the hell did Benfica lose to them, bruh? Anyways, talking about Inter, they aren't even doing that well in the Serie A either, but honestly, I'm backing them. Therefore, for the second leg game, I'm going to say that Inter Milan will hold it out for a 1-0 win, meaning that Inter Milan will go through to the semifinals 3-0 on aggregate. Also, this might be a bit biased, but if both Inter and AC Milan go through, this means we're going to see a Milan derby in the Champions League semifinals. That's literally a classic in the making. I'm itching for this to happen. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for all football fans saying we want to see this matchup. So Inter Milan, I'm rooting for you. Alright, last but not least, we got Bayern Munich versus Manchester City. Now, Bayern Munich have completely let me down. That's because in the first leg, they got killed by Man City 3-0 and Haaland pretty much single-handedly destroyed them. That's not it for Bayern though, because after the game, Sadio Mane got into a fight with Leroy Sané and even punched Sané on the lip, which means that Sadio Mane has now been left out of the Bayern Munich squad for an unknown amount of time. Now, Bayern Munich are still first in the Bundesliga, but not by much. They even choked the lead against Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga this weekend and drew to them 1-1. They're just lucky that Borussia Dortmund are the masters at choking, because if they didn't choke the Stuttgart, they would be on top of the Bundesliga right now. Now, moving on to Manchester City, bro, they're on fire. Not only did they dismantle Bayern completely, but they destroyed Leicester City 3-1 this weekend in the Premier League, and Haaland got himself another 2 goals. And with these 2 goals, Haaland has now tied the Premier League goal scoring record held by Mohamed Salah with 8 games to go. So safe to say, Erling Haaland has broke another record. Additionally, Haaland has 11 Champions League goals this season, which is only 6 behind Ronaldo's record of 17 Champions League goals in one campaign. So maybe Haaland can break the Champions League goal scoring record too. Who knows? Now going back to the game in hand, there there is almost a 0% chance that Bayern Munich will come back against City. Therefore, I'm going to say it. City will beat Bayern Munich 3-1 this time, which means that City will go through to the semifinals 6-1 on aggregate. This means, according to my predictions, that the semifinal matchups are going to be Real Madrid versus Manchester City and AC Milan versus Inter Milan. If we actually get these matchups, I would be very satisfied because both of these games would be extremely hype. And please, Real Madrid, I'm begging you, please beat Man City. Nobody wants them to win, bruh. Anyways, guys, what are your Champions League predictions? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys think. And remember to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And also, if you want to learn more about Ansu Fati, a superstar who hasn't lived up to his expectations, you should definitely check out this video right here. You won't regret it.